What's up, guys? So today we're taking a look at the Sokani Tiny. So as you can see here, it resembles the Rode Wireless Go. So I was intrigued to take a look at this thing because I've wanted a Rode system for quite a while, but I already have a decent audio setup here in the studio, and then I have another wireless audio system, but it's a little bulkier, so I wanted something a little smaller. And when this one popped up, I said, it looks pretty cool. So I went on Amazon, I read some reviews. I had real high reviews, so I went ahead and ordered it. And I'm pleasantly surprised. Everything comes in this real nice case. So I kind of like this red stitching. Doesn't affect the functionality, but it looks cool. It's nice padding. All the insides are out right now. Well, I'll show you over there. Comes with this little hot shoe adapter, but you really don't need it because the clip that's on there will just slide right into a hot shoe or a cold shoe. So that's how I have it set up right now. So the audio you're hearing right now is from this Sokani system. Alright, another thing that I like about this is it has a built-in microphone into the transmitter, and then it also has an input for a wired lavalier mic. So you can see right here, hopefully I'm not making a lot of noise, but this is the lavalier, and then I have it down to the transmitter on my belt. The receiver, I just have it on the cold shoe on my camera, running into the 3.5 millimeter input of the GH5. Another cool thing about it is the receiver also has a microphone port. So if you had a camera, let's say, that doesn't have a way to monitor your audio, you can plug in your headphones right there, and then that gives you a way to monitor it. So that's pretty cool. Another thing I really like about these microphones is they run on UHF versus the 2.4 gigahertz that almost all the other systems use. So when you use UHF or ultra high frequency, there's not as much impedance from not being directly in line of sight. UHF is still normally a line of sight type radio signal, but it's much better than the 2.4 gigahertz. So if you have some obstacles in the way, it's not going to be as easily blocked as some of the other systems. It has a pretty reasonable frequency range. Let's see what it is here. It has a frequency range of 570 to 606 megahertz. So that actually is all within the legal bandwidth to utilize in the United States. So you don't have to worry about going up into the upper range and getting fined by the FAA or something for being in their bandwidth. The signal to noise ratio on these mics is about 90 plus or minus 90 dBs. So it's a little bit higher noise floor than say using a good audio interface with like a good microphone. But for what this is, that's a very acceptable range. And it seems like it also has some sort of limiter in here, because you can kind of hear, sometimes when you're talking, you can hear the noise floor kind of in the back, but as soon as you stop talking, that background noise just drops off. So it must have some sort of gate or some sort of limiter that kicks in automatically. So for me, that's not an issue at all. I kind of like that when I'm talking, the noise will be there a little bit, but it's not really audible, pretty negligible to me. I'm half deaf as it is. And when you stop talking, that's when that kind of noise is more noticeable, and that gate kicks in, the noise floor is gone. It works great. So let's talk about the runtime. I did a full charge after I first got it, and I just put it near my monitor here and just played loop of some of those 24-hour YouTube videos, and just so I don't know if it would make a difference or not, but I wanted some sort of input to it. So I went ahead and let it run in that configuration, and I got about it was over 3 hours. I don't remember. I should have wrote it down doing a review, right? But it was over 3 hours before it died. So I think that's pretty good. It also comes with two USB-C to USB charging cables. Some of the reviews I had read said that it only came with one. So I don't know if that was an older model or what, but mine came with two separate charging cables, and they're both USB-C. It also comes with two cables to hook it up to either your camera or your phone. So it comes with a TRS and a TRRS, depending on what you're hooking it into. So, but it also has these convenient little tags on each cable that say if it's for your phone or if it's for your camera. So that's pretty nice. All right, so let's also get into distance. So my yard isn't that big, but I was able to take it outside and walk to the farthest corner of my yard, which was somewhere around 60 feet. When I was out there, I turned around several times, kind of walked behind a tree, walked behind my shed, came back in, and when I played back the audio, I was pleasantly surprised that it hadn't cut out at all. So the manual claims a distance of 70 meters. So 70 meters is far beyond the range that I went to. I haven't been able to take it to that range, but I know for the distance that you would actually probably be using this thing, it's definitely going to work for you. For everything that I shoot, my short films, YouTube videos, some instructional videos at work, the farthest I ever shoot is probably 25 feet. So this would definitely fall well within the range of this system. And I see now they also have another one with two transmitters in the receiver. So that would work great if you had more than one talent on the screen at one time. The lapel mic that came with it seems to be of a decent quality. The clamp's good. It's a little bit larger than I would prefer, but the quality seems good. The sound that's coming through, I'm happy with that. Everything here is straight from the Sokani Tiny into the GH5. And if anything, I'll just level it out before I transmit this, but I'm not going to do any equalization or anything like that. So it's just going to be what you hear is what you get. So I'm very happy with this purchase. It's a little bit larger than the Rode Wireless Go, but they're actually a little bit lighter. So it's very lightweight, and I like that it has an OLED screen on both, so you can kind of see what's going on. You can see what channel you're on. If you're getting any interference, you can switch those channels, try to find a good frequency. There's a mute button on the side of each too, so if you hit the power button, you have to hold the power button 2 seconds to turn it on and 2 seconds to turn it off. But if you just tap that, it mutes your microphone. And then the plus and minus arrows on the transmitter, that changes the gain of the microphone. And then the plus and minus on the receiver, that actually controls the volume to your headphones if you were to be monitoring it with headphones. So it's just a real compact little system. Like I said, everything fits down to this. You could throw this anywhere, but it's nice and padded, nice zipper on it. Just a overall nice little system. And if you've been looking at the Rode Go, but you wanted something a little bit cheaper, I highly recommend the Sokani Tiny. Thank you.